Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are solving add binary. So this problem is pretty straightforward. We will be given two binary strings A and B, and we want to return their sum as a binary representation string. So if you look at this example, 1 plus 1 would be 100 in binary representation, and 1010 and 1011, if we add them together, it will be 10,000 and 101 as this binary representation. So that's what we return. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So to solve this problem, we will initialize the result to an empty string, and we will initialize carry to 0. This will be the string that we return in the end, and this will be a variable that we initialize because when we add numbers later on, in case the number become larger than 1, then we will have to carry over the 1 to the next digit. And now we will reverse A and B because when we are adding numbers, we add from the right side to the left side first, so it will be more convenient to reverse them. And now iterate starting from index 0 of the reverse string to the max of length A or length B. Now at each digit, we will calculate the total by taking the num at A of index and the number at B of index plus carry if we have any that's carried over. And sometimes one string may be longer than the other. So when we get to a certain index, there may be no numbers there. If that's the case, then we'll just set the digit to 0 and still add for the total. And now that we have the total, to calculate what should go in that digit, we will take the modulo. So let's say if we have 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and now 2 modulo 2 would be 0, but we will carry over the 1, and the carry over will be calculated by using floor division by 2. So since we have 2, floor divided by 2 is 1, so this would be the value that we put in carry. And now that when we have iterated to the end, if we still have a carry over after all the iteration, then we will just add 1 to the front of result. And also when we are calculating the digit here, we don't want to append to the end, we want to add to the front of the string, because remember that we are solving for the number and we are adding to the left. And finally, we will return the result that we have calculated from here. So let's go over this example real quick. So first we will reverse the strings, and now we will add the digits. So 0 plus a carry of 0 is 0. So we will add 0 to result, and the carry is still 0. So now we come to the next one. 1 plus a carry of 0 is 2. Now to figure out the carryover, we will do floor division. So we will carry over 1, and we will add 0 to result because 2 mod by 2 is 0. And now 1 plus 0, since we don't have any more digits, plus a carry of 1 is 2. So we will carry 1 again, and we will add 0 to result again. And now that we have come to the end, but we still have to add the carry over. So let's make sure we add 1, and we can return 1000 as our result. So the time complexity would be O of max of n and m, where n is the size of A and m is the size of B, because we will iterate through the max of the length of A or the length of B. And the space complexity will be O of n plus m, because to reverse these two strings, it will take up m plus m space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we'll initialize resulting string to empty and carry to 0. Now we will reverse A and B, and that's how we can reverse the strings. And now we will iterate through the max of length A or length B. So we will calculate digit A first. So it will be the integer of A of I. And if it doesn't have a number, then we will set it to 0. So we will only set it to int of A of I if I is less than the length of A. If it is equal or larger, then we will set it to 0. And the same for B. So I'm go ahead and copy and paste it and switch A to B. And now we will calculate the total, which would be digit A plus digit B plus carry. And digit will be the string of total mod 2. Now we will calculate the carry, which is total floor division by 2. And now we will add digit to result, but make sure we add it to the left. So make sure digit come before result. So digit plus result. And now that We have finished iterating. We want to check if carry is equal to 1. If it is, then we will add 1 to the front of result, and finally we can return result. See if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.